This is the moment for you to show us what is real right now. You believe it's 6:27 p.m. But that couldn't be further from the truth.
Sorry about what happened with Fury. Messed up what happened to him.
Thank you.
Not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Records.
Confirmed.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Fact check him in real time. Last time at the first debate, we had millions of people fact checking, so I expect we'll have millions more fact checking because, you know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
We want to remind the audience to please not talk out loud. Please do not applaud. You're just wasting time.
We do not recognize the illegal referendum that took place in portions of Donetsk and Luhansk over the weekend. It was illegal under Ukrainian law and an attempt to create further division and disorder in the country. Its methodology was also highly suspect.
It's about to go from commander-in-chief to couch commander.
You, Chuck Todd. What am I going to do in D.C. for 2 years?
Hurry up and buy!
Tough business to run for president.
I know. You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is
real tough.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so
Doesn't matter.
Far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
This doesn't do a thing to solve the problem.
One of Obama's most annoying and smuggest lines during the end of his presidency is that he presided over 0 scandals. Now, of course, viewers of this show know that the one I highlighted is just one of the many under his administration. And the greatest of all, I would say, is that the state of the economy that he left behind with the gall to tell a tale of how heroic he was in creating such an amazing one. But the truth is that underneath all of his pomposity and Biden's so-called average Joe shtick is routine behavior like this. Use of surveillance state to go after their political opponents, the reassembling of a national security team which never got us out of Afghanistan or Iraq and felt the need to get us into Syria and Libya, the reassembling of an economic team that sold the country out even more so than any other administration. Don't forget what they were actually like when they were in office. But if things keep up, we may find out again, except this time, I suspect, it will be even worse.
Follow me, and we will bring the whole fucking system down. I am honorable, and you can ask any Marine who served with me for 17 years. I dare you to ask them all and find out what I'm made of. We're just getting started.
We have pizzas, we have 300 hamburgers, many French fries, all of our favorite foods.
During the 60s, I was, in fact, very concerned about the civil rights movement. I was not an activist. I worked at an all-black swimming pool in the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I was involved in what they were thinking, what they were feeling. I was involved, but I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else. I was a suburbanite kid who got a dose of exposure to what was happening to black Americans when I'm in my own city.
You know, when I was a teenager in Delaware, for real, I got involved in the civil rights movement. We have the 8th largest black population in America. Most people don't know that. And I'd go to 8 o'clock Mass, then I'd go to Reverend Herring's church where we'd meet in order to organize and figure where we were going to go, whether we were going to desegregate the Rialto movie theater or what we were going to do. I got my education for real in the black church. And that's not hyperbole, it's a fact. But I got my education, Reverend Doc, in the black church. Not a joke. Because when we used to get organized on Sundays to go out and desegregate movie theaters and things like that, we do it through the black church. I was no big shakes, Reverend, in the civil rights movement. I was just a kid. I got involved in desegregating movie theaters and helping, you may remember Reverend Moyer in Delaware and Herman Holloway organized voter registration drives, coming out of black churches Sunday, figuring out how we were going to move. And you walk to the car and say, you may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head. I said, you're kidding me. He said, no, if you don't come back. And he was right. So I walked out with the chain. And I walked up to my car. And they had, those days, you used to remember the straight razor, you'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in the rain barrel, get them rusty. And I looked at him, but I was smart then. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again, but I shouldn't have called you, Mr. Williams. I apologize for that. I apologize, but I didn't know that apology was going to work. He said, you apologize to me? I said, I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said. He said, okay, close the straight razor, my heart's again beat again.
Well, they went live from the wrong account, so redo.